So you have already been playing Cyberpunk 2077, or you just got the game. Either way, you're gonna find out really fast you're gonna need money. Cars are expensive. There's all kinds of cool stuff, clothing and stuff that you want to get, upgrades. Everything you're gonna need is gonna cost you money. And in this, I'm gonna show you how you can make millions very, very easily. Now, I did a video about the vending machines. No more vending machines. First, if you do want to stay up to date with Cyberpunk 2077, make sure to hit that sub button and bell notification. There's only one qualification that is mandatory. I am pretty sure you have to be through Act 1 to do this. And with that, probably until you get through Act 1, you're really not going to need money as much as you think. You're still kind of going through the beginning of the story. But when you get into Act 2, that's when you're going to be buying cars and different things like that. It's probably about 5 hours into the game. Sounds like a lot, but if you play the game a little bit, you know it is a little bit at the first part, a little slow. But once you get into it, all the different stuff of Night City has to offer, man, it's pretty awesome. So let's look at the map real quick right here. So we're gonna be heading over to a job right in this area. Normally there'd be a yellow exclamation point, like all the ones you see on the map. I've already done it, so it doesn't show it here, but it's gonna be into the parking lot of this gas station. Now, if you already went past this part and you got the painting that you get at this gas station, I apologize, you missed out on it. But if you haven't, you're gonna get to the gas station, you're gonna walk up to these bums. They have this briefcase they said they found in the dumpster. You're gonna find out that there is a dead body in that dumpster, and you're gonna talk to them for a little bit, and surprisingly, they act kind of tough and they just kind of walk away from the briefcase. They get kind of spooked out and stuff because of stuff you're saying to them. And as soon as you do, you have to hack into the briefcase. Now, if you don't have the ranking to where you can do that, if you go ahead and walk around to the left side of the gas station where you're facing these guys right now, you'll see the body in one of the dumpsters right here. It says fresh body, and there'll be a shard here to where you could go ahead and just hack into the briefcase yourself. You won't have to do all that stuff. And then you're gonna go ahead and get a notification for a drop point you need to head to. And the drop point is just south of you over here, not too far of a drive. Now be ready when you get there. If you aren't ranked up, I have a couple different options for you. But if you're ranked up pretty good, you got pretty decent guns, there's 7 guys you have to kill, you'll run through them no problem whatsoever. Now we're arriving to the drop point. These guys do have decent armor, like I was saying, so if you're not kind of tanked up a little bit with your levels, there's a couple different things you could do. One, like I said, if you have good guns, you have good armor, you're gonna knock them out. Second, if you have a good sniper, you can kind of snipe them from far away, but if you're not ranked up, your sniper's probably not that strong either. So we could do the pretty noob way you could do this. Go ahead and get a car. Now make sure you get one of these Nomad cars. And when you get the Nomad cars, just run them over and kill them. Now be careful though, because even though the cars are bulletproof, because you get a regular car, they're gonna shoot you through the windows. Even though these cars are bulletproof, if they take enough bullets, they'll start to catch on fire and they will blow up. So be patient with it. It took me about 5 minutes to do this, but once you get all this money that's coming in the back end, it's well worth the time to set this up. And as you can see right here, I'm kind of just sneaking up on a couple of guys left over and just kind of bumping him, because the car can take a lot of damage, but it can't take a lot of damage from a bunch of them at the same time. So kind of just pick them off if you can. And luckily, when I hit this guy over here, he kind of glitched out into the pipe, and I just parked the car on top of him. And then I just went over to the other guy and then parked the car on top of him. The other guy was glitched into the pipe, so I shot him until he died. And the other guy was still underneath the car glitched, so I shot him until he died. But the other ones I just hit with the car. Be careful though, because you get caught up on these pipes and different rocks around here, so don't go flying through here real quick, because then they'll just blow you up. But I would recommend before you get right to them, as soon as you get near the drop point, go ahead and do a save, because if they kill you, you'll start right back there. So after you kill all those guys, you're gonna see this thing sticking out of the ground. It is a painting. Apparently someone sent it to space and they rushed back and sent it back to freaking Earth. And whatever with all that, it is worth $4,000. That is what is important. So what you need to do is go ahead and collect that. Now, once you have it collected, I would go ahead and do another save there, just so you know you have it in your inventory. Now, what you need to do is go over to any of the drop point kind of ATM machines where you can sell stuff, And as soon as you get over there, we're going to show you what you're going to do. This is where you're going to start making tons of money. So once you get to your drop point machine, go ahead and do a game save. In case anything happens or whatever during this, you're going to save right here in front of the machine. Xbox One and PS4 players are still having some issues with that. So go ahead and go into it to sell. Go to your sorting and have default price down. Now, the reason you want to do this is when you go over to the miscellaneous tab that has the painting in it, it'll show up at the top left, and that helps us sell this a whole lot quicker so you're not constantly having to go through the menu. So there it is right there. It is $4,000 you'll make off it. And what you do now is if you try to buy it back, you're going to have to buy it back for $4,000. So what you're going to do is back out of this. And when you back out of this and come back, you can buy this for $5. So we're going to go back out, walk away from it, walk right back up to it again. And when you go in here now, you're going to see you could buy it back for $5. So go ahead, buy it back. Go ahead and go to the miscellaneous tab, and then go ahead and sell that sucker again for $4,000. Then back out from the machine, go back in, sell it for $4,000 again. And now these machines only can hold $20,000. So what you can do once you hit that $20,000 mark, go ahead and just skip time. Go ahead and go into your menu area. Just hit back on the arrow one time so you can do this quick. 24 hours, the machine will fill back up. Now, before you do this, make sure you've bought the painting back for $5 and it's back in your inventory. Because if you skip the 24 hours and it's, you know, still back into the drop point and you didn't put it in your inventory, you can go ahead and keep doing this if you had a game save. But any money you made in between the two, you're going to lose out on. So make sure to keep track of that. But yeah, go ahead and keep going back in there, selling it for $4,000. I barely even tried for 10 minutes doing it. I wasn't even really going, you know, fast with it, and I made over $300,000. So yeah, make sure to take advantage of it because they will patch this in the future. So if you do want to stay up to date with Cyberpunk 2077, make sure to hit that sub button and bell notification. And as always, guys, I'll catch you next time in the next video.